Hey, what's up, hello guys, I'm Carla and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be telling you guys what I read in the month of May and what I'm going to be reading in the month of June. In the month of May, I didn't really get much reading done just because I was doing all of my finals and I was, getting done with school, but now I'm done with school and I'm going to be uploading a lot more into YouTube, either in my main channel and in this channel. So yeah, let's get started with this video and bye! Anyway, so the first book that I read this month is The Unbecoming of Our Dyer by Michelle Hotkin, and I love this book so much. It was so creepy, but I still really liked it, and a lot of people told me to read it, but I just kind of stayed away with it because I didn't really feel like reading something like that, but I got in the mood to read it and it was great. I can't wait to read the next one, which is actually in my June TBR, which I'm going to be talking about very soon. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars just because this book was so good and it had so many twists and I just thought it was great. The next book that I read this month is The Elite by Kara Kaz. I read the first book back in like 2 years ago and I thought it was really good. And I don't know why I didn't keep reading this book, but I decided to pick it up and I thought the book was good. I just got so annoyed by the main character that I decided to give it a 3 out of 5 stars just because it wasn't really my favorite book in the series and I didn't think it was that good just because of so many dumb decisions that American Singer decided to do. Like, they were so dumb. The third book that I read this month is Girl Line on Tour by Zoe Sugg, a fellow YouTuber, and it felt like the writing was a little bit too childish. Like, the main person was 12, but really she's supposed to be 16. It seemed like it wasn't really in the time kind of period that she was supposed to be in. But you know what? It was a really nice and fun, light read, and I mean, I had fun. But there were a lot of things that, it kind of bothered me. But it was a big change from the first book, and I think Zoe is getting better and better at writing, and I applaud her for that. I could never write a book, and I think she did a good job for not having that much experience with writing, and I really liked it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars just because I really liked the whole storyline, but the writing wasn't the greatest, but I still really liked it. The fourth book that I read this month is Frostbite by Rochelle Mead, which is the second book in the Vampire Academy series, and I love this book so much. I get a 5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was so much better than the first book, and I already loved the first book. I felt like, it was out of the school drama, and I felt like it really got into the plot and what this story is going to be, and I just really liked it. I enjoyed it so much, and I read it in half a day, which, go girl. And yeah, I just thought it was great, and I would recommend the series so much. It's just so great. And the fifth and last book that I read this month is The Wand by Kara Kaz. It's the third book in the selection series, and I'm currently reading it. 2/3 into it, and I'm gonna be posting this like 3 days after I record this, so like I'm gonna be done with this when I post this, so it's okay. So far I'm enjoying this so much. I think America has changed a lot from the second book, and she's changing her opinions and her extremely wild attacks that she gets to, do this and do that, and some things she's really stupid, but I forgive her because she is a flawed character, and I do appreciate that. Anyways, I right now am giving this book a 4 out of 5 stars. It's getting better, and I want to know what happens. Anyways, those were all the books that I read in May, and now here are the books that I'm going to be reading in June. This may come into a surprise, but I'm reading House of Hades by Rick Riordan. It's the third book in the Heroes of Olympus series, and I haven't read it just because it's the second to last book that I'm gonna see Percy, and I love him so much that me just being a caring person for Percy, I don't want to end the series, so I've been holding back so much. I read the last book like 2 years ago. I don't know why I haven't read it yet. I have all of the books already. Anyways, I'm gonna read it this month, and I'm so excited to read it, and the last cliffhanger was so intense. so intense and I just want to know what happens. The second book that I'm going to be reading this month is The Evolution of Mara Dyer, and it's the second book in the Mara Dyer series, and I'm so excited to read this book because, you know, I just finished the other one and I'm so hooked. I also have the third one in there, but I'm gonna wait a month just because I want to give myself time to read the series, you know, to really appreciate it. So yeah. The third book that I'm going to be reading is Shadow Kiss by Rochelle Mead, the third book in the Vampire Academy series, and I'm so hooked into this series that I just went out and bought the next book, and I'm so excited to read this. Again, the last book that I read, or the second book, was amazing, and I just want to get to read it. The fourth book that I'm going to be reading is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, one of my favorite authors of all time, not just because she's a great writer, but because she has such an amazing personality. She's seriously the funniest person in this planet, and I love her books. I don't know why I haven't read this. I think I just wanted to wait out till the second book came out, and I don't know, I just wanted to wait, and I just went and got this book, and I got the second book, and I'm so ready to read it. And the last book that I'm going to be reading in June may come to a shock to many people, but it's Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, again, another of my favorite authors of all time. I love her writing, I love her so much, and the reason why I haven't read this yet is because I know Cassandra Clare can get into like really extreme cliffhangers, not like Rick Riordan, of course, but still, you know, cliffhangers, and I wanted to wait out a little bit just before I got this, just so it's not as long in the time period before, you know, the next book comes out. Even though I went and got this book the day it came out, I was waiting in line in Barnes & Noble, it was great, but I still haven't read it, and I'm so excited to read it. I started reading it and I'm like in page 200, but I think I'm just gonna start it over because I started it the day it came out, and then I told myself, Carla, put the book down, you're not reading this till like May or June. Anyways, those are all the books that I'm gonna be reading in June and that I read in May, and I hope you guys liked it. Please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below what books are you reading this month. If you're not subscribed to my channel, then click the red button down there to see more videos from me every single week, maybe even twice a week, I don't know. I'm working this out. And if you're not subscribed to my main channel, then just click the little I right here to check it out. And if you didn't watch my first video in this channel, which was a TMI tag book 2 edition, then click on the little I right there to watch it. Anyways, I hope you guys liked the video, and see you on the next one. Bye!